What's up, everybody? This is DJ Rello. Welcome to my podcast. We back with another week. This week, we got some good topics. I want to talk about some things that have happened this week, some things that are going to happen in the future. First off, I want to start with Roddy Ricch album. I don't know if anybody's heard Roddy Ricch's new album, Live Life Fast. If I were just listening to social media and things like Twitter and things like Facebook and Instagram, I probably would have believed that this album was a flop. And it's not a flop. It's not a flop. I don't want anybody to be calling this new Roddy Ricch album a flop. It's definitely not a flop. It's different than maybe what you're used to, but it's not a flop. You got to remember, please excuse me for being antisocial. His first album, bona fide, certified, classic, stamped classic. Let it be a classic. Leave it be. Let it be a classic. It's going to be a classic. It is a classic. It's going to stay a classic. Leave it be a classic. His new album, Live Life Fast, it doesn't have to be a classic for Roddy Ricch to still be stamped within this industry. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Nowadays, I feel like a lot of listeners, they have very, very short attention spans within music right now. And I feel like people listen to things very quickly and they decipher things and they come up with their opinions very fast. And I feel like a lot of people let old and past work dictate your new work, and it should not be like that. It should not be like that. Let this album be what it's going to be. Pick your favorite artist right now. Pick your favorite artist, and I guarantee that your favorite artist does not 100% does not have all classic albums. I don't care who it is. Your favorite artist, who would be Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. Whole fam, everybody love Michael Jackson. Guess what? Look at all Michael Jackson's projects. They're not all classics. They're not. When you listen to any of your favorite artists, you listen to certain albums over other albums. Not all of them is classics, and it's okay. These artists are not perfect. They work with different people most of the time. Every album, maybe not engineers, but as far as producers, it's going to give a whole different type of vibe. This album wasn't solely produced by Mustard, so it's going to sound different than the first album did, and that's okay. We don't want Roddy Ricch to keep dropping the same project over and over and over. Respect it and take it for what it is. Enjoy the album for what it is. It's a solid album. The production is great. This is a solid album from Roddy Ricch. Do not listen to social media when it comes to this music shit, because if you did, they would be telling you everything was terrible, because an album will come out at midnight on a Friday, and by 2 a.m., people are calling it a flop. How does that work? You can't tell me that you're deciphering these albums in a 2-hour time. You cannot decipher an album off of one listen. It just does not work like that. You can't do that. Y'all got Roddy Ricch driving 180 miles on the highway talking all this dumbass shit, talking about it's a flop. Y'all got this man acting crazy, man. Roddy, take care of yourself. Don't listen to the comments. Don't listen to the haters, man. This is not a flop. It's not a classic either, but this is a good album from Roddy Ricch. Stop trying to play Roddy Ricch like that, man. He's still a GOAT in this game, man. And he got a classic already, man. You got a classic like that, this shit's going to spin forever, man. Roddy's going to be good, man. On to the next, man. 2022 drops that I'm personally looking for. I'm just going to talk about things that are going to happen within the first quarter of the year. So let's talk about albums that I'm looking forward to within this first quarter of 2022. We got some drops coming January 7th. Gunna is one of the first ones. Drip Season 4 is coming out January 7th from Gunna. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to it. Gunna, he always provides some vibes. You don't have to love Gunna. You don't have to think Gunna is the best artist in the game. You don't have to do it, but guess what? Gunna is going to provide some vibes, and Gunna is going to provide a Billboard hit, most likely. He's going to do it. That's just what Gunna does. Gunna is going to have a song or songs on that album that's going to play in the club. It's going to happen. Get used to it. I feel like Gunna here to stay. People kind of wrote off his vibe and wrote him off when he was dropping really a lot of projects in a short amount of time. But Gunna's here to stay, man. Gunna got the vibes until we get off of a trap wave, which I don't see happening anytime soon, Gunna's going to be around, and Gunna's going to have some hits that you're going to hear. You're going to hear him on the radio. You're going to see him on the billboard most likely. Get used to it. I'm hyped for it. He's put out a good bit of snippets on his Instagram, and honestly, I'm feeling a lot of them. Like, to me, I just listen to Gunna music and I just feel good. I want to hit a little ditty bop when I'm listening to some Gunna type music. I throw it in the whip, turn it all the way up, and just be vibing. It's like melodic trap music, pretty much. It's not as hard as some others, but it's not like R&B type soft type stuff either. Shout out to Gunna. I'm looking forward to Drip Season 4 from Gunna. I think it's going to be a great project. If it's anything like these snippets that he's shown us, I think it's going to be solid. I'm looking forward to it. But the most probably anticipated album for me personally that I'm looking for in 2022 is most definitely Kendrick Lamar. Where you been, my brother? I need the vibes. I need Kendrick Lamar 2022 first quarter. I need this. I need a Kendrick Lamar album by April. We've been waiting too long. Kendrick, we need it. We've been waiting too long. How much longer do we gotta wait for this album, Kendrick? I know Kendrick, one thing about Kendrick, he's gonna do things differently than how it is. He's gonna go against the grain. He's not gonna sound like how everybody sounds right now. Kendrick is not gonna do that. He's gonna put out an album that is probably not everybody is gonna probably be able to decipher it at first. They're gonna be like, yo, they ain't not gonna call it a flop. It's Kendrick Lamar. They wouldn't dare call it a flop. But Kendrick is one of those people where you gotta like actually decipher and you gotta listen to his projects. You cannot just go and throw a Kendrick project on and the first listen be like, call it a classic or call it a flop or call it whatever. You can't do that. Kendrick albums, you gotta sit on them. You gotta actually listen to them for what it's worth. Kendrick, all the time, is always pushing things forward, and he wants things to sound differently than his last project, and he wants things to sound differently than the current sound in music. All his features that he's put out, it's like, damn, this is Kendrick, but this sound a little different. This sound a little different from Kendrick. Of course, he's not going to go on years hiatus from music for the most part to drop what everybody else is dropping. He's not going to do that. Kendrick Lamar is a GOAT within this game. He got to be respected. I'm looking for the album. I'm looking for the album. I'm looking for the album. Kendrick, please give us first quarter. We need it. We need something for the summertime. I want to be at the cookouts bumping new Kendrick. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be on summer 22. Please, Kendrick, give us a summer anthem. I want to be bumping it at the cookouts. I want to be seeing you on tour. I want to be all that. Kendrick Lamar, I need an album from you, my friend. Make it happen for us, please. Another one I'm looking forward to, another album, one of my favorite artists for a long time, The Weeknd. I mean, what more do I need to say? Dawn FM, January 7th drop. I'm ready for it. I'm pretty sure The Weeknd has a tour that he already announced. I think he announced it last year, but a tour probably I think within the first quarter. I think maybe March. I think it might be. He's going on tour, so he's probably he didn't go on tour for the last album, so that means he's probably going to tour 2 albums. The Weeknd touring 2 albums worth of content. That's gonna be like a 2-hour, 3-hour show. It's going to be probably pretty expensive, too. I ain't going to lie. It's probably going to be pretty expensive to get up in there. It's probably going to be pretty expensive to get in a Weeknd concert. I ain't going to lie. Weeknd is like that dude, man. He's crossed all the lines, all the borders. He's pop. He's everything. He's indie sound. He's pop. He's rock. He's everything. He's hip-hop. Man, he even did a Spanish song. He even did a Spanish song and really spit all Spanish while still sounding like The Weeknd. This album is finna be crazy. It's finna be crazy. At this point, The Weeknd is not gonna put out anything mediocre. The label, his team, they're not going to let it happen. He's a GOAT within this game. They don't let these type of dudes fail. They're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. This is going to be a great album from The Weeknd. I can't wait for it. His visuals are always even top tier. His visuals are all crazy. So it's not even the fact that we're getting a new album. We're going to get new visuals, which is probably going to be damn near like mini movies at this point from him. And then, like I said, he's got a tour coming. So he's going to tie all that in together and tour. That's just going to be like, I feel like that's just going to be like some Phantom of the Opera type shit, man. I ain't going to hold you. That's what I'm thinking is going to be how The Weeknd is going to carry this next tour. I feel like he's going to be on some way different type shit. This shit going to be like being at an opera or a damn play or something, I feel like. Like, it's going to be crazy. He's not going to come with no regular. I can't wait for The Weeknd. Like I said, one of my favorite artists, The Weeknd. I think it's going to be another great project for us to look forward to in 2022. I need it. It's another one. I need it. The Weeknd, let's do it, man. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for the tour. You're definitely going to be seeing me on that tour for sure. Next person I want to get into with a project is Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he is, I guess he's a GOAT in this game for sure. He's definitely a GOAT. You could say he's older. He's not old. I don't even like saying he's old because I'm pretty sure we're like the same age as but he older in this industry. Older guy. He's a vet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't calling him old. He a vet. He a vet within this game. Chris Brown, he got another album coming up. They're saying something like he's going to tap in with some NFTs with this next album sale. It seems like a lot of people were tapping in with NFTs. I haven't personally tapped into this yet. I know I've been gathering my info, but I think that's going to be pretty dope from Chris Brown. I think Tory Lanez might have did something like that. Tory Lanez did something last year regarding the NFTs and album sales, and I think that worked out really well for Tory. So I think Chris is going to try to tap into that. And if Tory did well, I know Chris is going to do well. He's going to sell the hell out these NFTs. Shout out to Chris Brown, man. He's been hella creative. Like I said, he's older in this game. He's a vet, but his creativity is always next level. I think because I think it's because Chris Brown is like an artist within himself, like a musical artist, but he actually like draws and paints. So I think his head visually is just different than a lot of other people's is. Slight interruption, but we back now, and I want to get back into NFTs. I think NFTs are gonna be bigger than what they already are. I think a lot of artists are still getting the hang of the NFT thing. I am as well. I don't know everything I need to know about NFTs, but I like the way the NFTs are projecting. I like the way the things are trending that way with the NFTs. I see a lot of people that actually know about what is going on with NFTs. I see them making money from it, and I see the NFTs making other people money for owning them. So it seems to me like there's a chain of money being able to be made if you do the NFT thing right and you actually have a support and backing behind it. I think it's going to be great. I think NFTs and VR are about to make their way into the music industry, and I think it's going to take marketing by storm this year. NFTs, VR are going to take marketing by storm, not just in the music industry. People are going to be tapping in, figuring out how can I get my album to also be an NFT? How can I get my single to also be an NFT? How can I get my video to be in the metaverse? How can I get my video to show up and you watch my video and it be interactive via the VR, via the Oculus? That is the way we are trending, not just in the music industry, but just life as a whole. You don't think that this meta thing is just they're just talking about it. It's happening right up under us every day. Things are progressing. It might seem a little weird right now, but we are in a progressive state of life. We're in a progressive state right now just in America. Things are moving forward, and things are going to seem a little different than they always been. But remember, we used to listen to CDs. I had a whole CD case full of everybody's CD, whether I bought it or I burnt it off Napster or LimeWire or something. We had CDs. Now, guess what? You don't see no CDs. And that used to be crazy. What? CDs? What? They're not going to be no CDs? Now it's no CDs. It's no more CDs. That was a big thing then. Now we don't even think about it. And this is going to be the same way. Everybody thinks it's a little different. Like, man, VR, virtual reality, ultra reality, it seems a little weird. That's where we're headed. Either you're going to be on it early Are you going to be on it late? Me personally, I'm trying to be on it early. NFTs, VR, look out for them 2022. I promise you, they're going to be big. Next thing, I want to keep it moving. We're not gonna have this thing be all about NFTs and all that. We're not gonna do that. I want to know how you personally think music in 2022 is gonna change. How do you think music in 2022 is gonna be different? What do you personally think? Drop a comment, whatever. Drop something. Let me know what you think. Where do you think the direction of music is gonna go in 2022? Me personally, I think it's been a lot of violence within the last 2 years. Within music itself, within music videos, there be music videos that are out that have nothing to do with violence within the song, but there's violence in the video. I don't get. That to me seems like you're trying to push a violence narrative. It's one thing if violence is in the song and you're portraying that within the video. I get it. I get it. But when you're talking about love and you see somebody get killed, it's like, what did you need to add that for? It seems like you're trying to push a narrative. I hope that in 2022, me personally, I hope we get back to more feel-good music. I hope we get back to more of that cookout type music. I ain't saying I want anything trap music to go. I love trap music. I listen to trap music all day, every day. Me personally, I just hope that somebody or a group of people tap back into that old cookout, feel good R&B vibe, let's feel good type of thing. That's where I'm hoping 2022 the music industry will trend. I'm hoping that we get back to that feel good. I want to go back to the clubs and I want to see people dancing again. Now it kind of just seems like people in the club, they drinking their Casamigos, they drinking their bottles, they champagne, they whatever. I'm thinking like y'all are in the clubs like, and y'all are just in the clubs in the section just standing, bopping like this. It seemed like y'all having a decent time, but it don't seem like the type of time that we used to have in the club. When we used to go to the club, everybody was dancing. There were still sections, but people was in the section dancing. People was mingling. Now it seems like a lot of people go to the club and they don't want to talk to nobody. That don't make no sense to me. Let's get back to feeling good. Let's get back to having a good time 2022. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been a lot of negative surrounding music. And it's like there's so many rappers that are dying, that are passing away, that are being killed. It's at an alarming rate. Like, rappers and stuff have always died. That thing happens. There's a lot of people in this world, and people die. I understand that. But now it's, like, gotten to an alarming rate. They're either getting killed, overdoses. Man, we got to stop losing these legends before we even get to see out their whole career. Like, we're losing legends within this game. And the thing I hate, we're losing guys that are one-on-ones, that they don't sound like anybody else. We're losing Juice WRLDs. We're losing Young Dolph. These guys don't sound like anybody else. And we're losing them before we get to see out their career. We gotta put it in this. We gotta be more on a positive. Let's live. Fuck all that dying and death. Let's live. Let's have a good time. Let's enjoy our time while we're on earth. And music got a lot to do with that, more than you probably think. Music, we all listen to it every day. You're listening to some sort of music. Whether you're watching TV, you're going to hear music. Let's get back to a positive thing. Like 20 rappers, I think, The Sun said, in December of 2021, 20 rappers died? 20 rappers. Not all of violence, but 20 rappers died. Like 20. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're losing guys left and right, man. We got to get back on a positive note. Like, from January to December, 20 rappers died. Not just in December. 20 rappers died January to December in 2021. These are guys with millions of streams that are dying. Legends. Legends in the making. GOATs. Bosses. We're losing them. We gotta keep them around, man. Let's keep our GOATs, and let's keep these young artists, and let's keep these guys that are trending up and doing positive. Let's keep them trending up. Let's keep them on a higher pedestal. Let's keep them alive first and foremost. Let's keep them alive, man. Let's keep them alive. Let's have more positive than negative in 2022. That needs to be the trend. Let's do more positive than do that. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. We need to get back on a positive level in this music, and I think that we can do that. A positive note for me, man, I want, before I even say it, I seen Sky's post on his story, do you want Life or Dark Rose 2? Is that even a question? No, it's not. We need Life of a Dark Rose 2 in 2022. We need Life of Dark Rose 2. I seen him posted on his story. I'm pretty sure I voted. If you need Life of Dark Rose 2 in 2022, drop a comment. Let me know that you looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, last time he dropped Life of Dark Rose 1, what that hit? Top 10 Billboard, hip hop and R&B. Billboard. It hit the Billboard top 10. Life of Dark Rose 2, we need it this year. Lil Skies, come through for us, man. We need Life of Dark Rose 2. I need it. The fans need it. We all need it. Before we get out here, I want to talk about something. Let's switch to some sports real quick. Antonio Brown. Did y'all see it? I know y'all had to see Antonio Brown. Middle of a game, got a meltdown. Take his jersey off. Take his shirt off, undershirt off. Take his helmet off. Throw it around, waving at the crowd, all while his team is on the actual field of play. This is not during halftime. This is not even during a TV timeout or something. This is during the middle of the game. Antonio Brown is doing this. Antonio Brown. Listen, this is the problem I have with it. Antonio Brown went crazy, but there's also some conflicting stories, and that's what I want to get to. First, they said he was too injured to return to the game. I'm pretty sure Bleacher Report said that. Said he was too injured to return to the game. But then I get on Facebook, and you know how it is with Facebook. Facebook is you can't get your info from there. But I seen on Facebook that he was getting close to some bonuses. $1 million, they're saying. What, sportsrack.com? Say almost to lost $1 million from this meltdown. He close to a bunch of like goals and milestones for the year. And the NFL, a lot of times they'll pay you for hitting these milestones. Antonio Brown, either this past game or at least the next game, was going to hit these milestones. So he's leaving $1 million on the field. Literally, leaving $1 million on the field. The problem I have with this, Antonio Brown has been Antonio Brown through this entire process. When the Bucs signed Antonio Brown, they were all gung-ho. They all supported him. Now that Antonio Brown has another Antonio Brown episode, now they want to cut him. They don't want to talk about him. He's no longer a part of the team. NFL, you got to do better. You got to take care of your own. You're not taking care of Antonio Brown. You're letting him do crazy stuff and not backing him up. You only want to back him up for your benefit, to make it seem like he's a part of something that he really was not even part of if you let him go that easy. It's not right, man. NFL, do better. Antonio Brown, do better. Like I said, 2022, we going all positive. All positive. All positive, man. All positive. I want to say one thing. 2022 is going to be big for the 717. I'm stamping it right now. We in the first week of January. 717, somebody from this area is going to pop off and go viral. That is a Rello fact. I'm calling it right now. Someone's blowing up from the 717. You heard it here first. This is Rello, man. I'm out of here. I'm done blabbing for the day, man. This is Rello. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. I'm going to holler at y'all next week with some better content, with some more things to talk about. Let's do it, man. See y'all next week.